I'm sure we will definitely cross over that within the next few minutes here and throughout the session as people make their way into the room. 99, are we there yet? Come on, who's going to be our last? There we go, 100. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and kick it off. I'll cut my camera off here and get right to the presentation. And all right, let's move that menu out of the way. All right, everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, as I said, we are going to do a quick overview. I am your host. My name is Tomik, and it is definitely a pleasure, as always, to be your guide on this Forsage journey. It's one of the most exciting times. I mean, even though the world is in a crisis mode, I think that can be unanimously agreed upon that we are in some strange days with the world on lockdown. So many people are having to adjust their schedules. Many people are out of work. And, you know, unfortunately, this has affected a lot of people's livelihoods. And even my own. I mean, I'm a co-owner of a business here that, you know, we've actually had to shut down operations and we're slowly easing back into it. But, you know, however, this situation that we find ourselves in, it really demands people to have an option, you know, for extra income, alternative ways of bringing in income. And this has never been, again, a better time to bring Forsage to people's attention. So, all right, let me go ahead and dive on into it. And like I said, we're going to do a quick overview. And I do have a quick, let's show people quickly how much has been earned in the last, I think it's 3 months now. We're basically just over the mark at, I think we're a little bit over 3 months now. Yeah, a little bit, maybe 3 months and a week or so. And so $16 million has already been paid out. So definitely something to be aware of, that this is only just picking up momentum now. So we're kind of in, as Lado has explained to us, that this is kind of the, I guess you would say it's the pre-launch phase that we find ourselves in. So we still have a long ways to go. And yeah, so just so we can get to people's, you know, I guess to show people what is actually going on with the numbers. I just took this screenshot maybe about 30 minutes ago. So this is actually current, what the amount of Ethereum in US dollars is right now. So, all right, let's get to the next little slide here. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick overview of what a smart contract is and how it works. And there's a video it's about 4 minutes, and we'll let it play through so you guys can see yourselves in a visual format. And I think this gets the point across pretty well to people. All right, so here we go. Let's get started.
What is a smart contract? A smart contract is an electronic contract registered in the form of a program code that independently executes the actions laid down in it, depending on the given conditions. A smart contract can't be changed after uploading to the blockchain network. A smart contract can perform any operations laid down in it in advance automatically without human intervention. Example, car purchase and sale transaction. The buyer transfers the entire amount for the car to the address of the smart contract. From now on, the deal can be considered open. The contract code stipulates the conditions that the contract will transfer this amount to the seller's wallet only when the buyer is appointed as the owner of this car in the electronic database. Such a transaction will be considered successful, and both parties to the transaction will receive what they wanted. If something goes wrong, and the transaction period goes beyond the agreed framework, the amount will be returned to the buyer's wallet. During the transaction, both the buyer and the seller had a guarantor in the form of an invisible assistant, a smart contract. The contract didn't take a penny for its service and completed it quickly, safely, and as transparently as possible for everyone. Project advantages based on smart contracts. The main advantage of projects based on smart contracts is that the conditions are predefined and can't be changed. Anyone can see the code on which the smart contract is written. The code is in the public domain and contains all the conditions and details, like any paper contract. The next advantage is an almost unlimited duration. A verified smart contract exists as long as the blockchain in which it is loaded exists. And finally, is autonomy. Smart contracts don't require intermediaries. All operations between process participants are performed automatically without the participation of an administrator. What is the difference between a project based on the smart contract and various hypes and projects with a common cash desk? As you already know, one of the conditions for a project to work on a smart contract is its autonomy and immutability. And the role of the administrator is only to write the working conditions of this smart contract and upload it to the network. Further, the interaction between the participants of this project takes place without the participation of the administrator, and it can't affect the movement of ETH coins between the participants' wallets, since the contract can only perform predefined functions in its code and nothing more. That is, if it is written in the smart contract code that the currency is sent from the wallet of the first user to wallet of the second user, then this is what happens. In projects in which you transfer your coins to the administrator's wallet and then wait for the accrual of passive income in percent, most often huge, which means that with a very high probability these percentages can only be received for a short period. You risk that the administrator will disappear at some point along with your coins and coins of other participants. Or by the fact that the claimed huge percentage will very quickly deplete the general cash desk, administrator's wallet, and payments will also stop. In both cases, you will lose what you invested in this project. Now compare the conditions for participation in projects on smart contracts and the conditions for participation in projects with a common cash desk. And make a decision for yourself in which projects and on what conditions you want to participate. I add that projects on smart contracts have a different principle for the distribution of coins.
All right, everyone, that is the overview of how a smart contract works. So let's go ahead and move to the next part of the presentation here, or the next slide here. And so just so everyone knows that we are working with Ethereum, all right? So it is Ethereum going in, and we are paid out in Ethereum. Okay, now Ethereum is the second most popular, and with respect to the market cap, it is the second largest in terms of, you know, the people who are using Ethereum. It ranks number 2, okay, just under Bitcoin, the big dog. So this is what we're working with. It most definitely is it does have value where people ask, like, does Ethereum have value, and, you know, can I use it in my own, you know, for my own local currency? Yes, it can be converted into fiat, and that will allow you to, you know, use it, well, at your leisure when you get to the point of doing that. Now, we are having to interact with the contract. It is a smart contract again. To summarize, you know, this smart contract is on the Ethereum blockchain, and it doesn't allow for people to go in and hack or change the contract, as you saw in the little video there. That once that contract has been, or the smart contract has been put on the blockchain, it therefore cannot be changed even by the developers. They can't go in after the fact and change the way that the system works. Because we even get people who ask sometimes, like, hey, can you add this or add that? They can change the interface. As many of you know, the website itself has had some adjustments and things like that that have been added, new features, but they can't actually change the workings of the contract. Now, again, we are using MetaMask or Trust Wallet to be able to interact. These are applications that you will need in order to well, connect your wallet. And these are Ethereum wallets. The MetaMask is a PC version of this application, and the Trust Wallet is another mobile version. There's also, we are starting to find people using the token pocket, and I'll show people that here in just a sec. So this is also what you're going to see when you have people use your link, your affiliate link, it will take them to a page that looks just like this. Now I've added a few pictures here, but other than that, people are going to see this, and this is where, you know, they can join, or yourself, if you want to log in, this is where you can log in from. All right. So let me go ahead and get on over to the, let me pull up my browser, and I'm going to show people how to log in here. So this is, now when you see your login page, after you hit the initial login or join, it'll take you to this page here. Now, of course, we'll talk about people who are actually going to sign up, but for logging in purposes, what you're going to do is make sure that you're signed into your MetaMask, which I will click on and be sure that I already am. Yep. All right. So from there, I'm going to hit this green where it says click to register or upgrade slots. Now, of course, I could look at my own account through the view mode. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that just to show people that, yes, you can get into your account, but this isn't the live version, so to speak. You can't interact as far as upgrading, but you can interact with all of the other points of data, like whether or not you want to click onto your income boxes and find out statistics from there, or to look at information on the top tabs there. You can do all that. But as you notice, there is an icon, a blue icon with an eye there, and that means that you are in view mode. All right. And I'll also show a quick example for people while we're here, that if you were to try to upgrade, because oftentimes people are accessing their accounts through this and they want to upgrade, and then they find this message pop up, know that you cannot upgrade when you are in view mode. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and log on out and just get straight to, and you do need to log out, as you saw that I just did. And that will now allow me to click onto this. Now, oftentimes your MetaMask will pop up. It just depends. Sometimes it'll pop up here on the left. But if you don't see it, look here. You'll find a number over the fox head icon. Just click on that. Give it a second or two to load up. And then it'll ask you for your signature request. You just hit sign, and boom, I'm logged in to MetaMask now. Or rather, I'm logged into my account, rather. And you can see here that we are looking at, this is my account. And so currently, yeah, this is going very well. I mean, I'm just over 2 months in the program, and $10,000. I mean, of course, there are members who have earned even more than that for sure. But I'm earning a modest 10,000, which is really good. I mean, no doubt about it. So I'm very happy that Forsage is, that I found out about Forsage, like many of you as well are. And it's a powerful system. There's no doubt about it. And it's, like I said, only just getting started. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the instructions here, which you can find. Everyone can refer to the instructions at the top there under information. This has been slightly changed for people who may not have noticed this yet. But this used to go from left to right, and we had these options there as a single line across the top. But now we have these drop menus. Again, always adding new features, and they are always enhancing the website. So let me click on the instructions and get straight to the program, and we'll just go through an overview of how it works. All right. So now when you come into Forsage, all right, you do have, well, basically you do have two different programs when we come into it. You have the X3 and the X4, as it is known. And the X3 is where you are actively bringing people into the program that you have referred to yourself, either by giving out your links on social media or giving it to them firsthand, whatever the case might be. But again, when you actively bring people into Forsage, they are going to they're going to arrive here, and they're also going to arrive in the first income slot of X4. All right. So everyone who does come into the program, you do come in to both sides of the program, right? The 0.05 Ethereum that we spend to register with the program, which is really, it is a phenomenal program to come into. And you're only having to spend, I think, roughly $10 worth of Ethereum right now. And it has fluctuated. We've seen it just maybe about a month ago, when Ethereum was down pretty low. We were in the 120s, 130 per Ethereum. And it was, I don't know, maybe $5 or $6 to get into the program, right? So now we're up to 200, 220 or so. So it's going to cost you roughly $10, $10.50 to get in, all right? But again, that's going to open up the first income slot on X3 as well as the first income slot on X4. And again, there's 3 positions underneath the X3 income slot. And then there's actually 6 positions with 2 rows on X4, right? You can see position 1, position 2, okay? So it would be wise to look at it like that, as 2 rows, position 1, position 2, and then on the second row, you've got those 4 positions, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all right? Now, when you use a link, the person who uses your link, they're going to forever be linked to and connected with their upline via that link, right? So again, with your Ethereum wallet that you have used to connect yourself to the program, and the link that you've used, it will always be that you are going to be directly attached to your upline in that way, all right? And there are no expiration dates, right? We also have come into other platforms perhaps where you have to buy a package, and after 1 month or after 2 months or after 3 months perhaps, your package expires. That is not the case with Forsage, right? So you have this program that you're effectively a long-lasting, lifelong, and we'll put this to the test, obviously, but again, these packages, well, there is no package, right? So in terms of these income slots, they will last forever. There is no expiration date for these incomes, all right? And they do recycle over and over again. As you can see, the recycle icon there on the last position of each of the income slots, that means that these income slots will cycle over and over and over again. Let's go down, scroll down a little bit so I can show you a bit more detail of how the slots look. I'm actually going to minimize this a little bit so I can get it all in there, pull the zoom out. So you can see there are 12 positions, right? And this would represent X3, all right? These, sorry, let me, this, this top section of 12 is going to represent the X3, where again, you see that you've got 3 positions underneath each of the income slots, all right? And again, within each income slot, there's a certain number that you'll see of Ethereum, right? 0.025, 0.05, 0.1. How that works is that each income slot, as we move up progressively, happens to be twice as much or double what the previous income slot was, all right? So that means also that each of the payments, when people come in and take those positions, you are paid that particular amount for each one of the positions that comes in. Now, keep in mind that on the 3rd position, the last position of X3, that's a recycle position. That can be viewed as your money, but you do have to pay that money or relinquish that payment to recycle the income slot, right? That's how it works. It's coded. It works that way. It happens automatically. You don't have to do it manually, all right? So let's scroll on down here again with the X4. Again, you'll see, like I said before, there is 1 row, and then there's a 2nd row. And on the 2nd row, again, well, on the first, let me go back to that. On the 1st row, this is where you're actually receiving payments that will move up to a superior partner, either your direct upline or another partner in the system. And on the 2nd row, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions, those are actually payments that will go directly into your wallet, guaranteed. When positions are filled here and you see them as circles that are filled, whether it's a light blue colored circle or a darker blue colored circle, but those payments are actually going to go into your wallet. And keep in mind that the last position, when that is filled, that's actually the recycle position. Okay, so when all of the positions fill on the bottom there, this will reactivate, or when all of the positions are filled, this will reactivate that particular income slot. Now, another thing to note, a lot of people come in, and myself, I came into the program, didn't realize that when I wanted to upgrade, that it is going to happen individually, okay? And it does need to happen chronologically. So what that means is that if you wanted to upgrade, let's say, for example, your X3 position number 2, and you also wanted to upgrade your X4 position number 2, you will need to make separate payments, all right, for the appropriate number that you see there. If it's 0.2 Ethereum, then you need to do that, again, individually and separately, all right? And so you do have to pass through each of the income slots in order to get up to, well, the one that you want to get to. So again, if you wanted to, let's say, upgrade to level 6, perhaps on the X4, then you can do that separately. You don't have to upgrade the X3 beforehand. Let's say you're in a position where you want to open up as many income streams as you're financially comfortably doing, then you can do that. Let's say you want to do that on X4, you just do that one at a time, right? You buy the next income stream number 2, and then you would buy the next income stream number 3 and 4 by clicking onto the basket. But again, that does need to happen chronologically. All right, so registration, I already explained that you have that 0.05 Ethereum, which everyone has to come in with. Again, it's really only $10. It's a steal, because keep in mind that Ethereum, it has been much higher in its dollar value, where Ethereum has been into the 1,600 or 1,700 per Ethereum, right? So that would cost us a lot more to get into the program. So you don't want to kick the tires too long for people who are on the fence. We could have a bull run, as it's known. Some of you know what a bull run is, and that can push the price of all of these cryptocurrencies much higher at a very fast rate. All right, so that who knows, next week Ethereum could be $300 per Ethereum, and it would cost us it would cost us roughly $20 to get into the program at that point. Okay, so anyways, let me continue on. And as I said, again, it's half. It's split. That 0.05 is split in half. 0.025 goes to the X3, and the other 0.025 goes to X4. Now, X3, how it works, again, each position, as I said, you've got 3 positions underneath the income slot, whether it's income slot 1 or whether it's income slot 4 or whether it's income slot the last, the 12th position, then it does work out that there's 3 positions. The first, when you have a referral come in, right, they are going to take that first open position. And then that payment, like I said, will go directly into your Ethereum wallet instantaneously. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do it manually. As soon as it confirms on the blockchain, for example, if someone comes in as a referral and they have set up their MetaMask wallet and they have sent in their payment to you, whether it's to upgrade or whether it's to register with the program, as soon as they hit confirm, it takes roughly, let's say 10 to maybe, 60 seconds for the transaction to confirm. And then you will receive it in your wallet instantaneously. It doesn't go into a centralized location. Again, with this smart contract, the way it's designed, the payment will immediately go to you. It is not held by the Forsage contract. All right, it's immediately released to the appropriate partner. So again, moving on, that second position, the second open position, let's say it's your second referral, that comes in, and again, it instantly goes into your wallet as well. And the third position, again, as I said before, this is considered your payment, but it is also what you need to pay, right? Let's say if this was 0.025, that 0.025 payment will be paid to reactivate this income slot, and it cycles over and over and over and over and over again. All right, so moving down into the Forsage, as I briefly explained it before when I showed the slots, you do have these 6 positions underneath income stream, underneath each income stream in X4. Again, considered as row 1 and then row 2. And then the payments, when they come in, they don't necessarily go in sequential order. You may have a payment come in here in the first position, and then you might have a position come in the 4th position. All right, and then you may have another position that comes in to the 3rd position, and then it may go to the 2nd position. But regardless, on this first row, these payments do go to either your superior or another partner in the program, depending on with the X4, because it cycles through different participants in the program. All right, it's not always connected to your upline, whereas on X3, again, you're always directly connected. Each payment that comes in will always go to first, again, coming to your own wallet, but each of the recycles will always go up to your direct partner. Okay, that always is in place. Now, again, here on the first row there, these payments will actually go beyond you to another partner. But again, as I said before, in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position, those are your payments. And again, the last position, it is a recycle payment. So again, you don't actually receive that in your Ethereum wallet, but it is considered your payment to purchase the income slot again to start the cycle over and over and over again. All right, so the reinvest. Now, I basically already explained how reinvest works. Again, it happens automatically once the open positions are filled. The last position is filled at third position. For example, here on what would be an X3 example, that last position, it comes in and it automatically, without you having to manually do it, recycles and reactivates the income stream, whichever one it is, okay? Any one of 12 of those on X3. And then again, this happens over and over and over again. Now, keep in mind too that that the two payments, as you can see here in blue, are also the exact amount that it would cost to upgrade. All right. Now, this is something that I will show examples here in a second for people who either were not in a position to upgrade or they just were not aware that they needed to upgrade. But effectively, you know, what can happen is if you haven't upgraded this income slot, and the same thing happens on X4, if you haven't upgraded after 2 cycles, once this position 1, 2, and 3 has cycled, and then 1, 2, and 3, and it's recycled, if you haven't yet upgraded, then this will hold. Basically, in a holding pattern, it'll go into a lock phase where payments that would come in, even if they're your referrals, the payment will actually go up and past you if you haven't actually upgraded. So this really gives an incentive for people to be sure that they take the payments that come in, whether on your first cycle or by at least your second cycle, to use that to upgrade. Okay. So again, it's your choice, most definitely, but it is a caveat and a part of the system design that you are incentivized to upgrade, to keep pushing through, to be able to, well, to help yourself to continue to receive payments and to keep the team moving along as you upgrade. Naturally, that next payment when you upgrade would go up to your superior and so on. So let's talk about specifically the upgrade. The upgrade, as you can see, there is a basket, which I already I tapped on just for an example to show when I was just doing in view mode. But of course, when you are actually in your own account live, clicking on the basket will then allow you to upgrade to the next income slot. Now, again, as I said before, you want to make sure that you take the first 2 payments and then use that to upgrade to the next position. Because also what happens is if you have not upgraded, and let's say you have someone who's connected to you in your downline, one of your referrals, or even their referrals, if you have not yourself upgraded, you will miss the payment that it costs, okay? Because basically it's a digital license, right? When you purchase the income slot, you effectively now have a license that other people will have to pay you to also go to that position, right? Whether it's the second position, whether it's the third position, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on through 12 positions, you do have to pay for that income slot prior to your partner, all right, to your downline. Because again, what will happen is you will be overtaken and you will not receive the payment that they made to pay for that income slot. And also you won't receive any of the recycles, right? Because again, in X3, every time that happens there, that recycle payment is paid to you effectively, pushing you out of receiving those payments. So please do take it, make sure you take it to heart and don't miss any payments. Again, you will see an icon. I'll show an example of this with a white minus sign. If you miss a payment, you'll see that in your statistics. And also you'll see if you've actually received the payment, you'll see one of these boxes with a bow on top that will indicate that you have received a payment from below, right? Now that happens, again, you can see that in the statistics, which I'll show here in just a little bit. Now they do give you a warning. You see this warning sign. This pops up with the exclamation mark on the hazard triangle that will pop up to give you warning that you want to upgrade, all right? Because this means that you either have partners who have filled up those positions and they are in position to upgrade. And oftentimes that happens. People, they see the light and they know what's going on and they decide they want to upgrade. And sometimes you're not in contact with your direct partners, which there are some talks about that changing. So you'll be able to always be in contact with your downline. But in the event that, in the meantime, you want to be sure that you stay ahead of the curve, so to speak, and you don't want to see that arrow pop up. But if you do, that gives you a little bit of time to prepare and go ahead and upgrade to the next level. So let's move on to the overflow and the overtaking. Now, this is a caveat, you know, a warning for people that when you come into this program, yes, spillover is a byproduct of the system. It's a byproduct of team building, but you don't want to come in with the mindset that you're just going to get rich by joining the program because of spillover, right? Now, yes, depending sometimes on which team you join versus someone that you have perhaps joined who's not a very active person with respect to building a team, well, you may or may not receive more spillover or less. So again, the way that it works out is the spillovers, as you can see, the positions in X4, okay, because the spillover only happens in the X4 program. There can be any combination of these circles that you see here, all right, your own personal partner or overflow from personally invited partners of your superior, or overflow from below personally invited partners of your downline, or you may see even the pink-purple circle, which means that someone who's overtaken their superior on the X4. All right, so again, you know, these can fill up in a variety of different combinations. And we'll get into more specifics of how that works out, because people always ask all the time, like, you know, when am I getting spillover? It's a very random event, right? Because there's so many variables about whether or not someone has pulled in perhaps spillover themselves, or whether or not someone has upgraded. Again, there are very many reasons why these positions will be filled up. And of course, naturally, you might actually bring in enough partners yourself who you fill in only personal partners in that position. That oftentimes happens as well with people who are big team builders. They get in a lot of partners who fill up those circles just purely on their own referrals, who then also upgrade. If each one of those people upgrade, then you're going to find those circles in the next income slot as well. But again, the overflow and the spillover, it is a byproduct of the system. It isn't something to be, you know, taken with a literal sense that you are going to come into the program and see spillover every day. All right, so we want to make sure people understand that it does happen, but it is a byproduct of the system. So let's scroll on back up here, and I want to get back to the main panel of my office here. And just to go over some quick things here, you can see, again, this is where you will find your ID number, and you can click onto it so that it will show you, it will rather, if you click onto it, it will cover with these asterisks your ID number. So if for whatever reason you wanted to keep your ID private, you can click onto that. And for people who are curious, because sometimes they've accidentally clicked on that, and they're like, where's my ID number? Well, you just simply click on it or tap on it on your phone, and it will reveal, or it will hide your ID number. Again, this is where you can find the total amount of Ethereum that you've earned. This doesn't mean that is what's in your wallet currently, okay? Because if you've used Ethereum to upgrade and so on and so forth, this number is still going to stay the same. And that the number above, right, that can be changed into either euros. I can change that to euros right quick, or in rubles. But regardless, that amount is the total amount that you've earned, and it continues to grow to give you a total amount that you've earned overall. It doesn't represent what's actually in your wallet. All right, you would have to actually click onto your wallet to see whatever your wallet balance is, which you can do. There are options to do that here. You can see your Ethereum wallet there. If you wanted to click onto it, for example, I'll go ahead and click on mine. Full disclosure, that's what we love about the system, is all of this is very much open source, and that everyone can see everyone else's account. So again, you can see if you click onto that, that'll show you what is exactly in your wallet. Of course, you can see that on MetaMask when you click on it as well. But if you wanted to click on it and see specifically and see different payments, this will list all of that. And so, as the video explained before, you know, a smart contract, it is, and this blockchain, it does allow for, or rather the Ethereum blockchain, it's an open ledger where all of the information is accessible and visible. Now, it is anonymous with respect to, we don't necessarily know whose wallet is who. If you don't want to be known, you don't have to be known, all right? A lot of people know who I am because I've put myself out there, and that actually should bring a even more credibility to the platform, is because, you know, I was a person, a YouTuber. I do YouTube videos, and I typically only did videos like, you know, just showing my own screen. But with Forsage, you know, because it works so well, and because we cannot be quote unquote scammed by the program, I have been very, very confident and feel very good sharing this program with people. Why? Because again, you know, people that I share this with, I know that they can actually be scammed, which is a very, very, you know, important part of giving you confidence to share this with other people. I completely understand, again, for people who are either, you know, they have a little apprehension about sharing something like this with other people. But again, you know, this is a program that people cannot be scammed by, you know, in terms of your money cannot be taken or run off with, which, you know, all too many of us have had that happen to us, myself many times, unfortunately, in the past with other programs. Again, you know, you can find other things to see here on the left. You can find your affiliate link there. Okay, you can simply click on that, and then that will take you, or that will copy your affiliate link, which you could then paste right up there, like so. And some other things to note here. I don't want to go too deep into this. This isn't really a deep dive. We'll go through the Q&A for people who have more specific questions. But just an overall look at how the system works and what happens here on your dashboard. Again, if you want to upgrade, you'd simply see the basket as it pops up there. Now that I'm in my live account, I could click on that basket. I would hit OK. And it would take me, oh, as you can see, the number has popped up there on the Fox. I would hit that. Now, I don't have that amount of money right now to upgrade, but as you can see, this is how it would work. The blue button is in light blue there, but obviously, since there isn't enough funds, it says insufficient funds, and I'm just going to reject that. But that's how it would work. All right, so let's go into more specifics. Let me move these menus that I have out of the way. All right, so I can get to this. Now, people are asking, you know, how is it that I can acquire Ethereum? There are a variety of ways. You might have something like Coinbase. Coinbase will allow you to purchase Ethereum and obviously other cryptocurrencies. It is an exchange. Now, keep in mind that this is a place that, yes, you do have wallets. You do have cryptocurrency wallets here. But just the long story short, this is a place where you can come and set up an account connected with your bank account, and then after the verification, you would then be able to buy cryptocurrencies, whatever cryptocurrencies. Obviously, we're dealing with Ethereum, so you would be able to buy Ethereum here and then send it to your MetaMask wallet. I'm not going to go into deep explanation about how Coinbase works, but that is an option for many people, definitely within North America and in most countries in Europe, I'm pretty sure. Here's another one, Luno, because we do have a lot of people who are from African countries that, you know, we have found that Luno is very effective, but it also is one that you do need to do verification. It may take a few days before you're actually then able to purchase your crypto, but it is a very reliable and credible platform, as with Coinbase. And, you know, these ones that we're suggesting here are well-known and reputable places for you to be able to purchase your cryptocurrency. Now, here's another one, Changely, very convenient. You can actually use a debit card and let me click on this and show right there where I click on buy now. And this will bring up where I could actually go in and purchase using my Visa or MasterCard. Now, you have to check within your respective countries to see if you are able to buy, because some countries, they may have either locked your IP address from accessing the site, or we have seen issues with some countries. But keep in mind that this is a very accessible one. Now, you can use a VPN. Some people also have been able to get around the blockout by using a VPN. A VPN essentially gets your internet provider, allows you to get around the blocked website, all right, so that you could then access this as if you were in, let's say, the United States, or if you were in a country that allows for you to connect and use this platform. So that's how you would do that. Again, we will give, as you can see here, it's changely.com. If you wanted to check that out, of course, you could just simply Google Changely, Changelly, if you want to check that out yourselves. And again, it's a 1, 2, 3 step process. Boom, finish, and you're done. Another question that gets asked is, how can I use my Ethereum that I've earned, right? Let's say you've earned a few $1,000s of Ethereum. What you can do is you can get yourself one of these cards. Now, I know that this one is available in the United States and will soon be available in European countries. Unfortunately, due to the lockdown, a lot of countries, their business in terms of them getting to the next step to do the compliance, because they have obviously to comply with a lot of European regulators, but they have had to, because of the coronavirus, like push their schedule back a bit, but this will be available soon. You can actually register and wait until they are, until they open their financial services. But again, it allows you to load on cryptocurrency. As you can see, your cryptocurrency goes in, it converts it to their native token, which is the Tern coin, and then you're actually just spending, whether it's a purchase online, a virtual, you get a virtual card and a physical card. But however, you can spend just like you would with any other debit card, right? And they do have, I don't know, it's millions of different merchants, because of course online you can buy even from places that accept Visa, if that's your situation, if you do have your card activated. But again, that will be available soon in European countries and then soon throughout Asia as well. Here's another one that I know is effective in Europe. I know that this one, people already, I use this myself, the Revolut card, which again, effectively, you get an account, as you can see here, on your phone that you would then load, let's say again, cryptocurrency. They do have they do have a Ethereum address that you would send in, let's say directly from your MetaMask wallet into your account here. And then they give you an actual physical card and a virtual card as well to be able to make purchases like normal, like you would with a Visa debit card. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. Let's go ahead and start taking questions, because we always do want to make sure we give people this extra added value with these Zoom calls to be able to answer your questions live. And again, we don't have the chat box, unfortunately, so you just have to raise your hand and we'll get to you one by one. John, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So I guess if you can see if there's been, a queue or a line of people, because I've seen
3. We have 3 now. I'm going to mute Event Asia India. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, good evening, good evening.
Yeah, I'm from India, and I just want to know, first of all, there is a very friendly suggestion to you. Please remove this Bitcoin logo from your screen and put the logo of Ethereum here, because we are talking about Ethereums, huh?
Now, well, listen, here's the thing. This is my my account that's also connected to my Google account. So basically, this is
fine.
my logo, meaning that this is my, because I am a crypto YouTuber and effectively experience crypto 24/7. This is actually, I guess you would say, my logo.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I totally hear you though, brother.
Yeah, it was a joke, jokes apart. But the thing is that, my question is that if I am opening an account with 0.05 Ethereum, I automatically got the slot 1 of X3 and slot 1 of X4. But later on, when I will buy, putting more money in this system, I will buy X4 all the slots, means 12 slots I will buy. I'm an investor, suppose, and I will buy those. In how much month span should I get the 20, 40, 50 Ethereums if I'm not working? I have just 2 or 3 direct with me, and I buy all the slots of X4, but only 1 slot of X3. I suppose you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say.
Right, but basically you're asking, like, when will your X4 slots, how long will it take to open up all of the slots on X4?
No. I have bought all the slots with my money. Okay, I put the money after entering the system smart contract. After putting 0.05 Ethereum, I automatically got the slot 1 of X3 and X4. Okay, now I will put more money from my pocket and I will buy the slots of X4, all the slots.
Yes, you're saying that you want to do that, or you have already done that?
No, I want to do.
Yes, you definitely can. Yes, you don't have to wait. You can go ahead and
yeah. But what would be the benefit I would be getting if I will not put more directs partner with me and I will just buy all the slots and sit calmly?
Gotcha. Well, let me show you an example right quick. Let me get back to the account and show an example. Now, again, as I said, spillover, as it works, basically you position yourself to receive spillover, obviously, more often if you have slots open as opposed to not having slots open. If in your X4 here, if you only have 1 or 2 positions open, well, then naturally you miss out on the opportunities from within your team, from either above and below, to receive spillover, right? Because as you can see, for example, here in this account of mine, I have spillover from a variety of different places, but without having these positions open, right? I've gone to the 10th income position, and without having these slots open, I would not be in a position to receive these payments. But there are people who don't bring in any referrals at all, who come into the program. Let me show an example. I think this will convey, I think that's right. Someone who has, as you can see, they only opened up position, obviously they came in open position 1 when they registered, but they have also upgraded all the way to level 7. Now, they stopped there. Perhaps if they'd opened up more positions, they would have received even more than what's showing here. So far, they've received $1,500, but that's doing nothing, right? Over within how long has it been? That this person, it's been within, 2 months, almost 3 months. I would imagine this person probably joined, maybe a week or 2 weeks after the program opened. And then within that period of time, they've earned by doing nothing, $1,500, right? So that's possible. I can show other examples. John, do you have something offhand of a number for someone who's opened up and they've earned, just another example of that?
11181 is one.
Okay. All right. So this is, again, someone who's only, well, no, did I put in the right number?
Yeah.
No, but I wanted to show someone who hasn't opened up any X3 positions.
Not off the top of my head though.
Trying to think there are.
But I got your point. I got your point. I got my answer. And my little one more question, please, if you can give the answer.
Yeah, please go ahead and ask.
This system is 3 months back only, okay? And we have the 1 lakh more members here, 1,16,000 something, 1,20,000. When the members will grow, when it will become 20 lakh, 25 lakh, 30 lakh, will the software, this system will work as smooth as it is working now, or it will hang, or it will go slow, and there was some problem would be coming in the system and all again?
Well, keep in mind that right now the system has been designed. Lotto actually did a interview, I think, with one of the members of Forsage, who is one of the top earners. But he did an interview with him and basically stated, because that question was asked, can the system handle millions of people? Obviously, we're already at just within 3 months at 100,000 people, or whatever the case is. Now, let me actually log in and see what our number is. But the system has been designed, 121,000. But it has been designed in such a way that it is able to process payments of hundreds of thousands of people, so that the system doesn't bog down. Now, also, you might be wondering, well, is it going to burn out? Because that's the problem with these cycler programs. Now, Forsage has been designed, in such a way that the developers, they themselves had already had experience with other programs that were that they're called delta matrices. That they aren't really true matrices in the sense that they continue to, and with the way that they have been programmed and designed, that it starts out great in the beginning, but then people start to who are growing their network, even people who are at the very top, because it gets so wide and so large that their payments start really slowing down. Now, so far, many members who've come into this, who are in some of the top positions, are still getting massive payments and on a regular basis. And there's also examples of people who've come into the program, to debunk, so to speak, the argument of people coming in late, because that's always, you hear this from other YouTubers. I've heard this, for people who come in late, they can't earn anything. There's people who've come in into the let's say 100,000 something that have earned already more than I have, for sure. There are people who've come in late that are at I would say like what, 40,000, 50,000. I can't think of a number offhand. I've seen it, but however, though, yeah, people come into the program late and they are still earning massive amounts. I mean, even the one that we just looked at, what was that, John? The 11 triple
181.
Oh, hang on, I put too many ones there. Now, look at, for example, this is the 100th and I'm sorry, this is the 11,000. So this is still pretty high up there, 11,000. And they've earned, 10,000. So they came in well after I did, and they are at about the same position that I'm at. John, do you have any numbers that are higher offhand that you can think of? Someone who's into the maybe 80,000 or something like that?
Not off my head, not so.
I'm just gonna put in a number at random, and we'll see if I'm lucky. We get someone who's.
I've got one number you might like. 20920. 20920.
Okay, actually, I already had that in there. So that's the 20th.
The one with the 1 X3 and the many X4 boxes.
Okay, yeah. So this is another example to make that point. Yeah. That someone who has opened up only their first income stream when they registered, and they only have 2 people, right? Yeah. But they've opened up income streams all the way to 11, and they've already earned roughly $20,000 of Ethereum. And they came in, they're the 20,000th member. I mean, I'm, the 5346. I came in just after a month. So, however, this goes to show that, something that this person has applied, whether they have big, let's say, power referrals or whatever the case is, but even their own referrals have not upgraded. And because you would see missed payments if their referrals actually upgraded. But however, you can see a variety of spillover from within their
Yeah, exactly. So can you suggest me some good exchange in India from where to buy the Ethereum, and can I connect with my bank, and for credit card I can buy, or debit card I can buy? Can you suggest me some exchange of India?
John, I'm not sure, John, on that list that we have, are there exchanges that are based in India?
Yes.
Okay.
Do one thing, everyone. If you have not, Tomik, if you go to your Telegram, I've sent you a Word QR code. With a QR code.
Can you please suggest me how can I connect with the Telegram?
I'm going to show you that now. Go to the Telegram I sent you, Tomik. Go to my personal Telegram to you.
Okay, yours. Okay, gotcha.
And open that QR Word doc PDF.
Okay.
All right, let me open this up here.
Okay, gentlemen, scroll all the way down. Gentlemen, please use your phone and capture the QR code on the right. The technical support one is where all the links is available.
Okay. Yeah, I'm capturing the QR code. Yeah, I'm capturing.
Yeah, then for those who want the video, can capture the one on the left. And if you have any questions or answers which will not be able to cover in this session, Tommy, if you can scroll up. Please capture this QR code. You will go to a Google Doc. You can fill in your question and we will answer you by email.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Likewise, thank you for your questions. And we'll leave this here for a second for people to get their phones out. Many people are looking on their laptops. Just simply take out your phone, and you should know, you cut on your camera, and then you should get a pop-up on your phone that allows you to tap this, which should take you to that Google Doc form. I'll show this, and I'm going to scroll down. Give me a few more seconds, and let's scroll on down for people who wanted to see, again, these other QR codes. And the Forsage video, which one was that one again, John?
That 6 minute, 40 second one.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a great one that was put together I believe by Vitali, who is again one of the top earners in the program, and he has gotten a company to put that together. So they did a great job with that, which he has given approval for people to use accordingly. Naturally, the more people that see that video, it helps out the entire matrix of Forsage. Okay. All right. So again, if you guys want to see those QR codes again, because unfortunately, for some reason on this particular Zoom, I don't know if it was that this version has been updated or something, but we have some new options and it doesn't show the chat box. So, but no matter, this is why we want to allow people to ask questions by raising your hand. We'll just do it in real time. So let's get some other questions.
While you show this one, I will let another one answer the question. I got someone called Redme. I'm muting. Redme, go ahead.
Redme, going once, going twice. Are you there? Let me unmute him myself here. Redme, are you there?
Redme.
Oh, it's not allowing us to unmute. It's okay.
So the next person then, Chiki. Chiki, go ahead.
All right. I need a little bit of clarification on how the overflow works, specifically on how the overflow from the up works.
How it works coming from spillover from above, you're asking?
Yes, yes.
Okay, John, if you want to take that one.
Okay. Overflows works from the top means somebody in the group or in the team did not open his upgrade slot. So then this went out to his upline. And the upline happened to be in X4 position 1 and 2, whereby it's not a paying slot. Then this will come down back another branch and look for someone who is eligible to in a paying slot and come to you. That's how the overflow from the top comes.
Because keep in mind that these positions, as John just stated, they recycle even to partners. As you can see, this is the 104th person right now. This 20,920 number ID. They're obviously well in front of the 104,000th ID. Now, because the X4 and the way that it works, it allows for people even who come in after the fact that those first two positions, right, of this particular person's ID, they will not receive those. They will actually go as spillover to the ID indicated there in those positions, which would be considered overflow, because again, they don't receive those payments, this person there themselves, and then therefore those payments will go accordingly to the person that the X4 has cycled out to. You understand?
Yeah, I get that. That's an overflow from down. I'm talking about how does the overflow from the above work?
Well, again, this is above. This is above. Keep in mind, this person, this ID. Am I catching him wrong, John?
Yeah, correct. You're right.
Okay, so again, this person, as you can see, this is an above partner. Clearly, 20,920 is above, which is a person. This is above this number right here. This 104th person is far below this number here. But because
I think you need to get it. They need to get it. Sorry, I think you need to understand when they said above means a number which is smaller than you. If it comes from below, it means a number which is bigger than you.
Mm.
Okay, I get it. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Next person. Redme was off. Redme was actually unmuted just now. Hang on. Where's Redme now? Redme, are you? Cannot get him to unmute. Okay, go to the next one. Person called Sudhir. Sudhir, go ahead.
His mic is still locked.
Yeah, what's wrong with this system today? Cannot unmute people. Okay, Tomik, you try somebody.
I just unmuted him. There he is.
Yeah, Sudhir is okay.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Hey.
Yes, good evening.
Actually, I wanted to know that from how long time it's running in India?
The platform?
Actually, I want to know. how many time, how many days, how many months it's running in India?
Okay, now the smart contract, it launched on February the 6th of this year. So it was available to everyone on the planet with an internet connection at the same time. So it's not that it was available to United States first, and then it was available to South America, and then it happened that it's available to everyone who found out about it.
Okay, right. And one more thing, that can I view any video that X4 how exactly work?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
QR code I sent you just now.
I want to know exactly about the X4, how it is work, and what the algorithm over there. If I am not if I'm not referring any partner, then can I earn something?
Yeah, this is what we're trying to explain. I mean, basically, this question seems to be a reoccurring. Perhaps it's a misunderstanding, or like yourself, you're trying to understand it more. What we're trying to tell people, again, with overflow and spillover, it's a very real part of the system, but it cannot be predicted. It cannot be depended upon in a regular way that you're like expecting spillover to occur every, let's say that you expect it to happen 5 times each day, or that you expect spillover to happen 3 times or once per day. Spillover, you might get spillover. Some people have received spillover as much as 5 positions within a short amount of time, within a period of a day. Some people receive that much spillover. Again, the way that the spillover works, again, on X4, as this thing cycles. So again, you can see my screen here, yes?
Yeah. So it mean can I say that overflow is depend upon your upline and upline work? Is this depend upon globally work? Also, it will can I get a spillover across my upline?
Well, again, yeah, it certainly depends on the activity of your upline, right? And the team that you're in, because again, spillover does occur from below as well, because just like this number here, this 20,920, that, this person's downline, who you may be in between this number here and then other people that they brought in, or likewise your own, but you're saying if you don't bring any referrals, but however, if you're in the middle of this, the same thing happens with the fact that this X4 does cycle. So you may find yourself in a position that you are the ID that is above, but you have to have the ID. Oh, you have to have this income slot open. This is what a lot of people are not understanding. You will not receive spillover, most definitely on, let's say X3. Let me back out here and show the of this particular account. Again, now they have income slots all the way through to 11 open, right? A lot of people are very much misinformed that, because they only have 1 income slot open, or maybe they have 2 income slots open. You have to realize that there are many more thousands of people who are at that level, right? So you're not receiving spillover because a lot of people who are at these, let's say these lower levels, you're having to wait in line many more times over, waiting, because there's thousands, tens of thousands of people who have, let's say, position 1 and position 2 open. So when you're waiting for this thing to cycle to your number, well, it may or may not happen. But again, for people who've gone to the higher levels, people who, and I understand some people can't afford, to come to these higher levels, because this is, 6.4 Ethereum. That's about $1,200 or $1,300 US. Now I understand a lot of people can't do that, but you also position yourself. If you do open to that level, you are much more likely to receive payments or spillover than if you are waiting only with position 1 open. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand, sir. But thing is that in India, if you know, there is a people who is not able to purchase that all slot.
Right,
They are able to purchase 2, 3, or 4 slot
right.
because they are, there is a lots of problem over there. Till 60 days, people are inside of home. And if I'm talking about the forces, so we are talking that if you are able to purchase 4 or 5 packages, then you will be able to good money. But I think more than people are purchasing so many slot in export. So
Right.
I think we have to wait till 2, 3, or 4 months for filling one uh, rollover.
No,
I think.
again, not necessarily. I mean, again, when you say that you have to wait that long, yes, there have been people, again, who have had to wait several weeks before receiving a payment.
Yeah.
But again, you also have to realize that this is why it's important to be aware. A lot of people, they see videos online and they just sign up, and then they have no connection to their team, and the team or the person whose link they signed up with, it
But
might just be like a one-man job.
but but it could happen in a before time. It is starting time when IDs was less than of 200, 300. But
Mhm.
there is a, I think 1,20,000 IDs has been crossed. So many people, because if I'm talking about the lots of videos are saying in YouTube saying that you don't have to work over there and just invest. If anybody will not work in system, so who will work? So how it will happen to fulfill your X4?
Well,
So I
I
think
listen.
you will have to work.
I,
Otherwise,
I listen. I totally understand what you're saying, and again, this is why and even in this presentation, I stress to people that if you're coming into the program with with high expectations of receiving spillover purely, then
yes,
you're setting yourself up, right? Because expectations is what creates disappointment, right? When you have high
yes, yes,
expectations, your level of disappointments is also much higher. So this is the problem that a lot of people have to understand, that again, the spillover is a byproduct of team building, right? And again, yes,
yes,
people need to come into the
yes,
program and, purchase the products. And again, that will effectively help the flow of the matrix to
yes,
work in a way that everyone
yes,
wins. But yes, you have many, many people. I mean, there are many people even within our own team, for example, who have only paid the $10 to get in, and then they're quite upset because they have high expectations of receiving spillover, and then
yes,
the spillover, it hasn't come, or whatever the situation is, that they have basically we maybe have not heard from them for several weeks at a time, and then they come out of nowhere saying, hey, where's my spillover? But again, as I said before, if you only have position 1 open, yes, there are many other people who are in the queue or who are in line waiting for a payment. But anyways, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure that you understand not to set yourself up for disappointment, if you understand.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
I hope.
We want to make this work for you. But again, we've got to make sure that people are educated about how the system works. Yes, we have to bring people into this program. That part has never been, it's never been shielded. We've never tried to, and again, you have to be careful who you're listening to. A lot of people, like you said, explain that, hey, Forsage, just come in here and use my link and you're going to receive spillover. Well, you have a lot of people who are opportunists who say, come in and use my link, but then they're not ready to do any team building themselves, and they just take your money on X3, right? They basically, they're pocketing your X3 money, and then they're not doing any team building themselves to educate their downline and so on and so forth. But this program can work, but we've got to learn to market it. It is a marketing matrix. It's even written in the title. This is a marketing matrix, right? Again, I'll go to the instructions here to refer that this is a matrix marketing. So, but anyways, I apologize for getting so firm, but I just want to make sure people are clear on that and to not get disappointed with high expectations.
Okay,
All right, sorry, John, go ahead.
Thank you.
If I meet another guy, Ramonti. Ramonti, go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, good evening.
So the first question is actually more an advice, because the problem with Revolut is, yes, you can buy Ethereum, but the problem is you can't send it into your wallet, into your MetaMask.
Wait, no, so you're saying that with the Revolut card that you can buy Ethereum, but you can't send Ethereum.
Exactly.
Well, no. Listen, what
Yes.
I was saying is that the Revolut card. I'm not sure about that particular point that you're saying about sending. The point that I was making is that you could use your Revolut card as a Visa debit card with the money that you've earned from Forsage, right? So you can use it to have a card that you could then use to make purchases either online or to withdraw cash from an ATM, that you could use the card in that way, right? Because you can certainly send money from MetaMask into your Revolut account.
Oh, all right. All right.
But perhaps, I mean, again,
Okay, so
it should work the other way, that you can send, I mean, but perhaps not. I don't think you can, because even with this other card that I have here, you can't send Ethereum out once you've sent money or other cryptocurrencies. Let me scroll up here. But again, with this block card, for example, as you can see here, you send cryptocurrency in and it converts it to that native coin, but you can't do it the other way around. And I wouldn't use a card like this. It's just not designed for that. This is a card that you load cryptocurrency onto so that you can then use it to make purchases as you would normally, with either, again, with withdrawing cash from an ATM if you needed actual cash, or to use it as an online card. As you can see here, they have the card there, and you actually get a version of this with your, with your card number. That it, just like with a lot of things, right? If you go to a place online where they ask for your credit card number and they need the CV on the back, and then you can use that to make purchases. But no, yes, you can't send from this card, or you can't send from Revolut into MetaMask. That's not what I was saying.
yes, I get it. And the next problem is that I have is I can't go at the next level at Coinbase, because I really think that is a very good investment, and I want to invest $600. But the problem at Coinbase is that I don't know why I can't buy more than $20 in a week.
Well, because you may have on Coinbase, I'm not sure what their limit is, but they have certain limits, like you are at level 1 or you are at level 2. You have to check in the back office of Coinbase, because I do know, I mean, $20 seems really low. I'm not sure if the limit was that low. And which country are you in?
I'm from Romania.
Romania. And so they do have Coinbase available there, but you're not able to, you said you're not able to buy more than $20 per week?
Yes, and I don't know why.
Yeah, check with their customer service. But also, I do know that you do have to, you get qualified based on whether your KYC is at a certain level. Certain things that you need to, requirements or criteria that you need to meet before you're then able to to purchase more cryptocurrency.
Yes, because first I was thinking about to send money from my account to Revolut, and after that to try in that way.
Here's another thing I wanted to show this, because I didn't point this out before. I think this is a very, very, very important thing for people to understand, that you do with Coinbase, you do not own the private keys to that wallet. Now, with MetaMask, it is an ERC20 wallet, right? It doesn't allow you to hold cryptocurrency or other blockchains, okay? Because it's an Ethereum blockchain wallet, right? AKA ERC20 tokens, right? There are a variety of other tokens that you can have, but however, the point that I wanted to make is it's very important to have a flexible wallet like this, which is called Exodus Wallet. Exodus Wallet allows for you to convert Ethereum. It allows for you to convert many different cryptocurrencies, and it's available on desktop and on mobile. In fact, I will open up mine so I can give people a test run to show them what I mean, because it doesn't show you too much of that here. It explains that if you want to go to exodus.io, you can do that. But let me go ahead and log into my own account and show people how it works. Now I have this on both my desktop, as you see here, and I also have it on my mobile device, so that I can, do what I need to do from wherever. Now, again, what my point about this is that you actually can always access your cryptocurrencies. And if you have, let's say, Bitcoin, or if you have other cryptocurrencies, and you don't want to keep it on Coinbase, because, for example, if you have it on Coinbase and Coinbase goes down, let's say, for example, Coinbase is a centralized exchange that if their website goes down, you can't access your money. All right. Now, let me show here. Again, this just kind of shows the overall assets that I have in there at the moment. But if I wanted to convert various cryptocurrencies, I could. Let's say I have some Bitcoin, or I have another cryptocurrency. Let's say if you send wherever you're coming from, and you send your, and which I recommend that you should, send your money to your own wallet that you are in, possession of the actual private keys. And then, within that, you can actually also exchange, as you can see, a variety: Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, BitTorrent, Linked. This is MCO, variety of different coins that a lot of people may have. And it's much easier than having to go through an exchange or to use one of these other converting apps, right? And then you could exchange to, for example, Ethereum, right? And the fees are very comparable. The exchange rates are very comparable. When you're using, especially very low levels in terms of, if I wanted to exchange, let's say $100 of Bitcoin into Ethereum, it might cost a few dollars, maybe $2 or so. But it's worth the convenience because it's done. And then I have my Ethereum. I actually have this connected to my MetaMask wallet, but anyways. And then you could, of course, send from your Exodus wallet into your MetaMask. So that's something that, for sure, people, in my personal recommendation, advice is to get yourselves an Exodus wallet and learn to familiarize yourself with how it works. But anyway, sorry. Hope I answered your questions there.
Yes, so you say the most safer wallet is to use MetaMask?
Yeah, using MetaMask is, what I was saying is to have your wallet, because you do own the keys to your MetaMask wallet. And the Trust wallet, the mobile Trust wallet. Also, there is the Token Pocket. And I don't want to go too much longer. I know that we've got a few other questions, so let me just show this right quick.
Sure.
Or hang on, Token Pocket. There we go. And this is another mobile app people have been using. It's available for Android devices as well as ISO. So again, this is another option. But again, yes, you do own the keys to this wallet with respect to, they are it is your personal wallet that you can then access from anywhere, right? Now, yeah, but so that covers as much as we can get into for right now with different wallet options. So what is that it? Did you have any other specific questions?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise. Very welcome. Next question, and we'll go ahead and try to get to the half-hour mark. And then we'll be done after that.
From India.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Well, first of all, so good evening to all. I have a couple of questions, and my first question is the joining amount is 0.050 Ethereum.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
0.05. Yeah, 0.05 Ethereum to join.
Right, and that comes to around $10. Correct.
Correct.
So what if, like, if amounts vary, like the rate of Ethereum vary, so the joining amount will be the different, like it may be $10 or $15 in future?
It certainly could be. I mean, when I joined, it was around $15 at that particular moment in time, and then after that, Ethereum dropped because, as you know, we went into the lockdown phase, and once the in America, the Trump administration announced that there were no longer flights coming from Europe, or it was not able. It dropped drastically. I think Bitcoin's biggest drop in history, and with that, Ethereum came down as well. But anyways, it was roughly $5 or $6 to join at that time.
Right. So you mean to say the joining amount depends on the Ethereum's price, not on the dollars, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely based on the value of Ethereum.
All right. My next question to you is, like, I don't know who the inventor, like, who's the founder of this, the process of system. As you said, this is not a company; it's just a system.
Created by several developers.
Several developers, and it's an open source development that I know. So what is an advantage they are getting? What is the profit of those people who have introduced this platform?
Well, now keep in mind that they also have accounts themselves. They are members like we are, right? Because of
I got you.
Yeah, they are also members just like we are. They can't change they can't siphon let's say a percentage of people's Ethereum. So once again, like, you know, whatever the amount of Ethereum that's supposed to go to a specific partner, 100% of that goes to where it's supposed to. And they're also in a cycle where they need to build their teams also. You know, they're in a position where there are actually some members who have earned more than the developers have, for sure.
I got you. Thank you. Well, I have my cell phone to use this system, like, and there I have a Trust Wallet, correct?
Yes.
But again, you said if
Token Pocket also you can use.
Yeah, no, that's correct. So, what is the extension, like the fox head? What do you call it?
That's called MetaMask. Here, let me.
MetaMask. Is that a wallet?
Yeah, MetaMask, as I was saying, it's an ERC20 wallet, and it allows you, just like with Trust or Trust Wallet, that it allows you to interact with the contract. Because, you know, a lot of people also are understanding that, okay, let me take this affiliate link. Someone gave me an affiliate link, and they throw it right in the Chrome browser, right? They just throw it in there like that. But you cannot access from a browser. You cannot access the smart contract. It takes this particular application, as we'll call it, to simplify it, allows you to interact with the contract, because otherwise you would not be able to see the contract data without this application. You can actually log into you can use a referral link, but it won't show you the data, and it won't allow you to register and so forth.
Gotcha. Well, let's suppose I have only one single phone. There I have a Trust Wallet. Okay, I don't have any other machine like a laptop or computer. Correct. Okay. So I have a Trust Wallet in my phone, and that has a wallet ID, a unique wallet ID, which cannot be changed.
Right.
Right. And if I want to, if I want multiple IDs, multiple placement in the system,
right?
Can I do that with the same wallet ID?
Absolutely. You can create. What you can do is you have to create a separate account for each new MetaMask, or I'm sorry, with each new Ethereum wallet, because again, you have to have you can simply create another wallet in your Trust Wallet. Okay. Do you know how to do that?
I know that.
You do.
So you're telling, I know that. I know how to do that.
Right.
So you're telling me every time whenever I want to get a new ID logged into the system, I have to change the wallet ID, correct?
Absolutely. You'll have to log out, and then whatever affiliate link that you're using. You could even use your own affiliate link if you're signing up, let's say your daughter or your wife, and you want to create an account for them. Oh, obviously you would use, more than likely your affiliate link, the master affiliate link, and then therefore, they're coming in using your phone, perhaps, and you would have to just simply change the account that you're in. You have to change the wallet within the trust wallet, and then of course you can do what you need to do. Because for example, I have multiple wallets as well that I've experimented with using my trust wallet. Hang on one second, I'll put in my trust. Now again, I can't actually show here on the screen because it's just showing a picture. I don't have the ability to show, but as you said yourself, if you click, you can see my screen, right, with my mouse over this. Now you said, as you know, that you said that you know how to create multiple wallets, but for other people, this is how you would do it. You click on the settings there, and ultimately it's going to take you to another screen that will show you your wallets, and you could click on the plus sign to then create more wallets. And then obviously, again, you would click on this settings and then scroll through the different wallets that you have. Like in your case, select a different Ethereum wallet, and again, use that Ethereum wallet to register and to do any type of activity. Likewise, you would need to log out. If you're in another account, you would need to log out of that account and act as if it is the sole account.
All right. And last but not the least, my next question to you is we are just let me talk to this way. I want to get the extra advantage. So do I have to get into the system with the one single ID, or you will suggest me with come up with the multiple IDs, like with the structure 1 by 2 or 1 by 2 by 8, or the way it works?
John, do you want to answer that, John, for him, if you understand?
Yeah, you can always come in with more than one ID. I know a lot of people, they register the main ID above them, and then they have one more below them, maybe their wife or their daughter or son. And then what happens is they start placing partners under the new ID, so then they will earn the upline, and then they also will earn the direct partners from the person below them. That is a strategy a lot of people are using.
All right, I got you. So 1:2, like 1 by 2 is more than enough, correct?
Yeah, one after one is enough, because every registration you put in, you're going to spend money, and then you have to keep on growing it in the X4 level, because if people come below you with bigger levels, you have to spend more money to get those profits. So if you have more than 2 accounts, you're going to spend 2 times.
I got you. But I'm determined. I'm a workaholic guy. I can reduce many people in the system, as I am convinced, I'm motivated, so I have lots of people to get into the system. So no matter if I come with the one single ID or 2 IDs, because I know some people who are working with the 1, 2, 3 or 5 IDs. I don't know what their strategy is.
But I think the best strategy is one below 1 is very good already.
I think so. Thank you. And my next question to you is, this is the last question I'm going to ask you. I won't take much of the time.
Man. Questions are good. This is what this is all about. So please.
I'm sure that it's going to help other people too. Right. Let me just go to the room, because I have kids over here.
No problem. Man. Totally understand.
It's a lockdown time, so.
I totally understand it. We all dealing with family.
Correct. Yeah, thank you. So let's suppose I have 10 people who I'm going to introduce in the system. 10 people. All right. The first person I've introduced, he's not going to work, and the 9 other people, they are determined enough. They wants to work. They have many people to introduce, and they are working like anything. Okay. But the first person whom I introduced, he's not going to work. So what are the possibilities that that first person is going to get the non-working income?
Well, again, keep in mind that if he does not upgrade, the system will effectively lock down the income slot after 2 cycles if they have not if they've not shown a willingness to upgrade. And they put themselves in a position that the payments will then go right through them like a hot butter through knife. I mean, like a hot knife through butter, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And so the payments will then, from the rest of the team will effectively pass through that wallet as if it doesn't exist.
All right. So he has to or she has to upgrade, right? Every time.
After 2 cycles, the system, it's basically
Right.
like a default incentivizer that essentially. Am I wrong about this, Sean? Am I explaining this correctly?
If there's one person in the team which is not an active participant, but if he upgrades his X4, he will also get some spillover from the team bill, because that's how Forsage runs.
Right.
But if he doesn't upgrade, he just leaves it there at level one, then once the level one gets filled, it will not recycle anymore. And then he won't get any more payments. All the payments will go to his upline, will pass him, basically.
Correct. Like you showed, like you've shown to a couple of IDs that there were a couple of people who were not working and they got they earned more than $1,500. Right.
No,
So
I wouldn't say they are not working. They are actually active in the team bill of their upline. They just don't bring in partners, but they actually recommend partners to join in under their activity. They have media channels or YouTube channels which draw people to join under their upline. So then they enjoy the spillovers, because the people keep adding on the left, keep adding below the left, and then he gets it.
But he would have had to, keep in mind, open up those income slots.
Yes.
Naturally, some of these people have, as you can see, opened up income slots to a relatively high level. Let's say if you open to the 6th or 8th income stream, then you could consider that an active person, because they are contributing to the pool, so to speak.
okay.
And the income slots, and keep in mind that the only income slot that will lock down is the previous one, right? So again, so what I mean is that if they don't upgrade, let's say they're on income slot 5, right? They don't upgrade to income slot 6. Well, all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, they will stay open because they have upgraded, to the at least to the 5th position, so that those other income slots, they will continue to cycle. They've earned, or they have earned the access for those slots to continue to cycle.
Okay, I got you. Well, like I have 10 other partners to introduce, a direct referral I'm talking about. Like, so how are you going to suggest me? Like, shall I go ahead and introduce 2 partners directly, or rest of the partner I can introduce to my downline people, or do I have to introduce with my ID itself? The referral should be my ID, or like, what is the chances of profit?
Well, it depends on what those other partners are doing. You can use I can show this. I mean, I guess this is relevant, but there is a builder. Hang on here. Let me look and show under partners where, this person doesn't have, hang on one second. You have to have more than 5 partners to activate this team build link. And then you can effectively use this. Sorry, let me go to the partners. You can use this link to give out, and it will systematically, as you can see this here.
I do.
And this will systematically place people in the open position below you, your referrals, and from left to right. And then it moves to the next partner and to the next open position all the way down as they start to grow. So you could, that's an option to be sure that effectively your team is being built by giving out this link to again, you have to have 5 members at least yourself before this even will appear as a clickable link, or it doesn't even, it's not going to even appear if you don't have a minimum of 5. You could use this though, again, to help build your team, and as they could also do the same thing and give this link out once they have 5 partners themselves.
Right.
I got it.
We've got 4 people more to ask questions, so go ahead, you go, Rahul.
No, that's okay. Thank you so much. And
Okay.
I'll bother you on Sunday again.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Saturday.
Please do.
Okay.
We'll be here on Saturday again.
All right.
And of course, ask questions as well in the official Telegram, because John is also
Well, the time, excuse me, the time you were showing us the QR code, we don't know how to use that QR code. Like that's for the
use your
Telegram,
phone,
correct?
use your phone to snap the QR code. It will bring you to the Telegram group to join, and then you can post your questions there.
But John, I don't know where to go. Like in Telegram, where I have to go to scan the QR
you
code.
just follow this QR code. It will take you straight to the group.
Okay,
it should
I
bring up a
got you.
button to tap. Once you have, if it's enabled on your phone, you have to enable your QR code. Well, the ability, what it's going to do is it's going to bring up a
I got you.
tappable button.
If you don't have Telegram, it will bring you to the Telegram program to download, and then you QR code it again. And
No problem. Thank you so much for your patience and time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Right.
All right. Bye for now. Good night.
Bye for now. Okay, we got a guy, Universal, who's waiting for a long time. Universal, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, John. Hi, Tomik.
Hey.
I'm from India.
Yeah.
I'm from India, and I've been working in this company for last more than 20 days. And I have a very good experience. First time, very good experience I got from this company. But actually, I have a problem. Daily, I meet with so many people regarding this concept about this project. But similarly, I get one questions to my peoples that what is the roadmap for this company? I mean, as you said earlier, that it is created all by a few developers, right? Because I know right now today is not Mr. Lado is not here. So I think most of the time you talk with them, Mr. Lado, because I've never talked with him, and I just want to know that what the developers say about this company. They have any good roadmap for this company, because we were planning here for a very long time for this company. So can we plan for this?
Now, when you say as far as there being a long-term roadmap, basically they're taking it one, let's say, added feature or added level of security or added level, because the next, let's say, a topic or agenda that they have is to get the user interface that we see here loaded onto the interplanetary file system, which I actually just got a message earlier today from Lotto that it is basically 95+% ready. So, that means that effectively that's another step in the direction of having a completely decentralized
very good
program, right? That this program will be, not only is it decentralized with respect to the smart contract itself, right, it is obviously the foundation of how this system works. That is decentralized, but the website, as people know, on occasion when they make upgrades or when they make these added features, we've seen the website go down. And there has been, DDoS attacks, meaning that people are trying to effectively interrupt the servers. And then, so in this situation, we will have access and be a part of and this, as Lotto states it, that it will be the first MLM project to be completely decentralized with respect to the interface,
very nice,
as well as the actual contract, obviously.
No, I just Tomik, because I asked these questions because currently right nowadays so many companies coming here, especially on the smart contract. And every time they are, I don't know what they are doing. They are doing copy or what they're doing, but they're mostly every day I get a new message from
I totally
different
understand
people.
this. XOXO, people are talking about that, or
Yes. Today I
yeah.
got a message for XOXO.
Right. I
So
mean,
many companies currently.
here's the thing. I mean,
But people,
basically, you have to have discernment, and obviously, people are going to try. There are going to be bad actors, as the term goes, who are going to try to take advantage of people who are, for one, naive, and they are very naive. Not to say that as an insult, but people who are just they don't have enough experience with cryptocurrencies and dApps, decentralized applications. So they think, oh, here's a new thing. Let me get in this one early, and I'm going to do better if I get in early. Well, it's a live and learn kind of situation, and these other programs are really inferior with respect to how they are designed. And so again, there's nothing that we can do to convince or to save everyone out there. Everyone has to hopefully get good information, and beyond that, they can make an educated decision about who to join and who not to join.
Right. No, we can't force anybody, but we want comparison, because I'm working in this company for last month, and I'm getting very good result, more than my expectations. And so many people right now sitting here in this Zoom meeting with me, and I am not asking this question only for me. I'm asking this question only for my peoples.
Gotcha.
Because I want to work with them for a very long time. That's why I'm questioning you, because and today I've got an answer to you, and I'm totally convinced about this project, because I know this will go very long. And thank you so much.
I'm convinced too, big brother. This is why, again, I'm doing these Zoom calls. I'm very enthusiastically, happy to share this with people, because it really gives an opportunity for the everyday man and woman to have financial freedom. And again, like I said, a lot of people, unfortunately, they come in with very high expectations. And again, the disappointment, it's like falling off a cliff once they, their expectations are not met. But again, this is a networking, team building. We can call it a business that we are in control of. Each person is in control, instead of working for someone else. Like a lot of people go to work and they slave over day in and day out for someone else, right? And again, that's what could be considered a pyramid with respect to, we have, in this situation, at least we're working for ourselves, and it's decentralized, and the ability to explode in terms of your financial success it's unlimited. So anyways, I apologize, but I'm sure John's going to tell me we got a few more questions. So
and thank you so much, and nice talking with you.
Yeah, man. Likewise. Thank you.
Okay, Harpal, go ahead. Harpal is disappeared. Hang on. Okay, Harpal, I'm muting you. Tomik, can you unmute Harpal?
Let me see. Where is his
HARPAL?
I don't see. Hang on. Let me go back up.
Scroll
I don't
down.
see the name.
Scroll down.
Hello.
There he is.
Okay, there it is. Hello.
Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate for such a nice presentation, and everything was very clear.
Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that.
Okay, the thing is, can we get the recording of this presentation, as it has been very clearly and very means every of the PPT was very clear and arranged in a proper way.
Great. Glad to hear. Here's the thing. We record every single one of these presentations. All of them are on my YouTube channel. In fact, I guess I'm doing a little plug for my YouTube channel. But again, I've put a lot of effort into, trying to promote and get people to understand what's happening with Forsage. Now, yes, my YouTube channel this is not the official channel for Forsage. Hang on one second. This is not the official channel for Forsage. There is an official channel for Forsage. In fact, I can take people to that. This is my YouTube channel. I'll do a quick plug. This is my YouTube channel, Experience Crypto 24/7, if you're interested in getting by there. And I do have all of the Zoom calls that I do for the community, as well as the ones that I do throughout the week for our power team. But let me go ahead and show the official Forsage YouTube channel. And I think this is it here. Yeah. So again, if you typed in, because Lado is in control of this, I believe he is, and he's uploaded as well all of, here's last week's one that I did on Saturday. Here's also an interview that, as I said, Vitali, who's one of the top earners, he did an interview with Lado as well. So again, all of this stuff can be found there on the official Forsage YouTube channel. So for people who are curious, Lado is uploading all of the Zoom calls that we've done, as well as, like I said, I'm going to definitely be posting this onto my channel later on this evening, or perhaps early in the morning. All right, so again, there you can see, here's a list of, here's another Zoom that we did last week. There's others, here's another one. Here are videos, again, you know, with these quick, the introduction videos. So you can find a variety of, now they don't have all of the videos. Again, this is a relatively new channel, I guess, that they put up. But again, if you go to my channel, I have a playlist of probably 30 videos in particular for Forsage.
What's your YouTube channel, Mr. Tommy?
Here, let me take you back there. It is Experience Crypto 24/7, as you can see here. And this is the playlist. If you want to click on the playlist. Now, this is showing in dark mode. It's just a preference of mine. I like to keep all of my screens in dark mode. But as you can see, yeah, I've got 31 videos here. Many of them are, most of them are the webinars with a few other videos in between, or perhaps some of the ones that we've done for our own personal team, power team.
So you will upload this meeting Zoom on that your YouTube channel tomorrow, or within 2 or 4 days?
No, I'll do it within the next, give me about 6 hours. Usually I get it between 6 hours and 6 to 10 hours. And I mean, that's only because there's other things. I've actually got some things I have to do after this. And I try to, you know, of course, edit certain things out of the video and then upload it. But yeah, so it should be up, give me 6 hours and I'll have it up by then.
No problem.
And it'll also be posted. It will be posted on the official Forsage Telegram group. Lotto always posts it there as well.
Okay. Can you please show the ID of any of the developer, that how much Ethereum they have earned, their ID number?
Sure.
And
let's look at number one. Now, I won't say specifically by name who is who, just to give you know, a little bit of you know, like anonymity to which developer has which account. But this is one of the developers here. Okay, so essentially they are the first 4 IDs, if I'm not mistaken. But you'll see within that there is variety. Even the second ID, right? There are many members who have gone well beyond $43,000. Okay. I'll even show one more, and then, like I said, I think there's 4. But however, this just goes to show that people are thinking, oh, the developers are making all the money. There is $16.2 million, as you guys can see right here, that's been earned thus far. Right now, the developers, as you can see, they are not taking all that money. This is being dispersed, obviously, as many of you know who are happy with the program, amongst you know, the members accordingly. For strong team builders, for people who are coming in and buying on X4, doing their part to purchase up as many of the positions on X4 as possible. So therefore, they position themselves to earn more. But again, as you can see, even the first 3 IDs, that just proves right there that there are people who've come in and have earned far more than that. In fact, I think I'll show last, this is, what is Vitali's? I think that's at
8648. Oh, 8679 will do also.
Okay, so this is someone who came in, well after the developers started, and you can see this account is $150,000 almost. Okay, so I hope that brings some inspiration for people who are curious, and take time yourself to look through all of the IDs. Yes, there's 121,000 IDs, but take a little bit of time out. Most of us are in lockdown on some level. Go ahead and look through these accounts yourself, because it's completely open source, as you all know. And yeah, this way you can prove to other people and leverage, by showing other people the income that people are making with this program. And that'll definitely raise some eyebrows and get people excited.
I know.
Okay.
3 more to go. We're almost 2 hours.
This was a long, extended podcast.
Yeah. So we'll take this last three. We'll take this last three and we'll wrap it up. So Verma, go ahead. Verma.
Yeah, hi.
Yep. Hi.
Yeah, hi. So, yeah, thank you so much for your patience-fully answers to us, because we was listening you from. Yeah, we was listening you from last 2 hours, and you are patiently answering all our doubts and questions. I have a silly question. Might be it is silly for you, but it is a rare question from my team. They were asking me, how can we prove them it is really a decentralized software or company?
Okay, let me go to the contract. First of all, let's look at the amount of Ethereum that is in the contract. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
yeah,
it's up to them to educate themselves about what a smart contract is. A smart contract or a blockchain, it absolutely is a decentralized technology, because again, there isn't any one computer. There are millions of computers that are processing the data in terms of confirming and so on and so forth, the different data that you find here. And again, it's built on the contract that we're working with is built on the Ethereum blockchain, because there are several different blockchains. Bitcoin has its own blockchain. Tron is another cryptocurrency that has its own blockchain. So anyways, but again, as you can see, for one, the main thing to point out is that to show people that there's no money ever going into this balance, right? Now, this is, again, open source. Everyone can verify this themselves. And it just goes to show that all of the payments, as you can see here, it's just showing like 8 seconds, 12 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. All of these payments are going out, right? Now, we do have some pending payments, as you can see there, but it takes sometimes a few seconds or minutes for some of the payments to process, depending on gas, which is AKA the transaction fees, and the miners, they process the payments based on the different levels of transaction. But anyway, that's another story. So this is definitely a decentralized platform. And again, this other point here that there's no Ethereum that's ever in the contract is the most powerful point, I believe, to make.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. And then T, go ahead.
I'm muting T now.
It's not unmuting.
Yeah, and try go to Mohit first.
Also not unmuting. Is it the software? Oh, there it is. Hang on, I just unmuted him. Okay. Mohit, are you there?
Yes. Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
I have just one question. One of my downline is trying to register right now from last 30 minutes. And what happened? He put the referral link in Trust Wallet, and the $4 is the transaction fees. That would be detected transaction confirmed, but anyhow that would be fail.
So basically, he had a high transaction fee of $4. You said?
Yeah, 3.96.
Okay.
and still it is failing, and he didn't register successfully.
Okay.
Go ahead,
You want to
John.
answer this or I answer this?
No, you go ahead. This is your expertise for sure.
Okay, gentlemen, if you look at the screen Tomik has now, you can see there are 25 pending transactions here already waiting in queue. Why is that? Because the network of the blockchain is heavily congested now. When that happens, your gas fee is going to shoot up. And then I would advise you come back later, maybe an hour or half an hour, and check the gas fees before you make the next transaction. Because the other thing I found out today also was yesterday, I was trying to send, I had 0.3 Ethereum in my wallet. I was going to send 0.295 to a member and it failed. And then I realized that there was nothing left in my wallet after the gas fees. So then I tried to send again 0.29. So leaving a little bit one more time of gas fee in the wallet, and that went through in 1 minute. So I'm suspecting that you need to have a little bit of balance in case your gas limit setting in your wallet is a bit high and the transaction fee is now asking for maybe 48 cents. Then you need to have a little bit more in case if it overshoots this amount, otherwise it will get failed.
Bro, I have sent him extra Ethereum for making the transaction successful, and he tried this 2 times, not 1 time. So overall, $8 has been deducted, and both times account has been not activated, and the status is let me see, let me tell you what is it exactly.
It was failed. I think it was failed transaction gas fees or something. You can see all these transactions
Status
here
is fail, and it is saying warning error encountered during contract execution out of gas. So
yeah, that's the problem I was telling you about. Have a little bit more gas in the Ethereum account when you send. For example, if you're registering, you need 0.05 Ethereum. Maybe the gas would ask you for $4. But make sure you have a little bit more than that inside.
That's right, but he has 0.72 ETH in his wallet while making this transaction.
May still not be enough, because I had somebody just now with 0.08 and also got failed transaction.
But as John said, what he should do is try and wait until there's less congestion, because unfortunately the Ethereum network, it is susceptible to these high congestion periods. And yeah, as it seems as of right now, I don't know why the other page was showing, it wasn't showing pending. But however, though, these are the actual, let me refresh this page, but these are the actual real-time payments that are in the queue. And it just goes to show that there's definitely going to be a higher gas fee for people who are having to, be in this queue. And I don't know.
One thing to point out is that we at Forsage, we have no control over this gas fee because it's from the Ethereum blockchain. It is the fee being paid to miners to process your transaction. And bear in mind, if your transaction fails or gets pending or gets cancelled, you will lose this gas fee and you have to pay it again.
You're still charged for the fee.
Yes.
And this has happened on other blockchains as well. I remember when there was the bull run of December of 2017, when it would cost $25-$30 to send $100 of Ethereum of Bitcoin, for example.
Yeah, and million of transactions has been stuck in the blockchain of BTC that time.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of different cryptocurrencies are trying to promise that there will never be high gas fees.
But one thing you can see here that if you do normal ETH transfer from one trust wallet to another trust wallet, then there is less gas fee is taking.
Right.
But while making transaction in Forsage, it is always by default taking high fee.
I guess because
confirming that transaction.
It's gaining a lot of attention lately. Hopefully something can be done about this with respect to buffering.
1 week before what is happening, that it is not taking by default high gas fee and people have to manually do it. because that time also transaction is failing due to less gas fee. So I think they have changed in code or something that is it
No,
is
the code
taking by
can't be
default.
changed. The code in the Forsage cannot be changed once it's
No,
executed.
for gas fee,
Oh, for
because
the
I have
blockchain, yes,
experienced.
maybe
Yeah,
they have changed it.
because I have experienced the same thing while registering last week. It is taking less gas fee and transaction is failing. So we need to manually increase the gas fees for confirming the transaction. Now it is by default taking high gas fee, and still it is failing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's outrageous. But again, you know, the best thing to do again is to have patience, because it doesn't
Yeah,
really
that's
change.
okay. I have patience, but that is the issue.
Yeah,
on real
it
time.
doesn't change anything for the people who are registering. If they register, you know, 12 hours later or the next day,
Yeah,
they're not
that's
really
okay.
missing.
I understand. I am not saying they are missing something, but we are just talking about the gas fee issue.
No, but it's good that you bring that point up, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious about that problem.
Because lately what will happen that people here, you know, they are activating one slot from X3, X4 from 0.05, and people are advertising like you need to converting their country currency. Then they when they are going to register, they need $5 extra to register, and still it fails. So it impacts newcomers who are
Actually,
new for the
I got
crypto.
an advice to try something. I use MetaMask mostly. I don't use Trust Wallet for registering or for upgrading my accounts. Now, I noticed on MetaMask the price is a hell lot cheaper. It's like paying the most I paid was 18 cents today. If you guys can try to use a computer, if you have access to one, install your MetaMask and import one of these wallets over and try, because I did a comparison between Trust Wallet and MetaMask this morning. My MetaMask asked me for like 12 cents, and my Trust Wallet was asking me for $2.93. So, a point to consider.
And that is the issue with Trust Wallet. That means
Trust Wallet has the same problem. Token Wallet has the same problem. As long as it's going through the mobile, both of them have the same high costs.
they are
But on computer, it's lower.
charging very high.
Yes. So I
So
don't know what's
MetaMask is
the
better.
MetaMask, I paid very little, only 12 cents to, well, it was 9 cents on one and 12 cents on the other.
And
it's
it
a
is
hell lot.
confirming.
Yes, it's confirming within a minute.
Okay.
So
okay,
try it,
fine.
maybe it works.
Fine. Is
Okay,
there
we got one
any
more
app
question,
for
Sir.
MetaMask?
Yeah, there is. No, not for the mobile. Mobile for MetaMask doesn't work. The Android one is still in beta. So only works on computer at the moment.
Okay, all right. I will try tomorrow.
Well, thank you, Mohit, though, for asking. Though that's definitely, like I said, it's an important point that a lot of people, because John knows firsthand, many people who are sending in trouble tickets.
Welcome, bro.
All right, and then last question here, T. Let's see if this will unmute so we can get to them. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and close the call. It has been a lengthy, yeah, I guess it's not unmuting, but it's been a lengthy call. We got one. I guess we'll let this last question come in. Nadi, we'll take this last question for Nadi. Nadi, go ahead.
Okay, is it possible if you can make a video for us on how to register MetaMask?
Yeah, I mean, there are videos available, but again, it is, yeah, it's something that I can do. Again, I have so many videos on my channel already, but I probably have shown in one of my previous videos how to do that, but I haven't made a standalone how to register with MetaMask, but I'll do that. I'll put that on my my list of things. But again, just so you're asking for just a quick, simple how to register with MetaMask tutorial.
Yes. How to
I'll do it and post it to you. I've done it halfway.
How to upload MetaMask first, and then how to register using MetaMask.
Yes, yes. I've done it halfway already. I'll load it up and send it to you, Tomik.
Okay, thanks, John. And then, yeah, I can post that on my YouTube channel. So again, keep an eye out for that MetaMask tutorial, or MetaMask how to register with Forsage tutorial.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. T is up there.
Okay.
Mike's open now. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Thank you so much for making our time to answer all of our questions. I just have a very one question for you, a very quick one. So I want to find out, how can a participant benefit from an overflow from the upline?
How can a participant benefit from an overflow from the upline? Well, he gets the money, he gets the profits.
Yeah, that's the benefit.
Also,
he gets paid.
He get paid.
Oh, I mean, in terms of getting participants, or maybe getting people signed up to fill up your structure. That's what I mean.
Yeah, if you get people into your team bill, you might get spillover from they coming in, or when they upgrade, you also might get spillover or overflow from their activity. It's important that you have an active team bill and people actually doing things, means adding people and upgrading as they should. And then you will get an active, healthy spillover or overflow in the system.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, that is a record, today's call. But hey, we had a great call, though. I mean, again, a lot of people, I think we got to almost 160 or so that were on the call. And
157.
Oh, okay, John, yeah, he always knows the specific number there. But the fact of the matter is, as a lot of you all have just, mentioned, that it was valuable to be able to answer the questions that we did, because these Zoom calls, they are, it is very important to attend or try to have people who you're interested in signing up to Forsage to attend these Zoom calls. They do bring a lot of information, but they can really help to shorten your, in terms of you're getting familiar with the system. Because again, a lot of these things you wouldn't know it if it wasn't mentioned to you. Or, you can find these videos that we have on the YouTube channels. But again, the Zoom calls are powerful because it allows you to ask in real time the questions that you may have. So, and there are other Zoom calls. Some people do Zoom calls and they don't actually answer questions. But, we pride ourselves on being open to help as many people as we can. So, again, thank you, everyone, for your time. And we will, again, do it on Saturday. So we'll have another community Zoom call then, so keep an eye out for that. It'll be posted in the Telegram. And for those of you all that are still here on the line, you know it yourself. If you want to make it to that Zoom call, then then we hope to see you in attendance. So again, my name is Tomik. John, thank you once again, as always, sir. And we will be back again. We love it. Forsage has really been, it's worth its weight in gold. Well beyond that. So anyhow, all right, everyone, take care, and boom. We'll catch you next time.